Good morning, all. My name is Dexter, founder of Climate Herald. I'm going to start this morning by talking about everyone's favorite topic, local government. Many of you all here have probably been to a local government, whether it be a city council, county commission, board of aldermen meetings, or otherwise. Whatever they might be called in your community, it is likely that you've attended at least one because of the topic that is so important to you. Chances are that was also the last meeting you ever attended. These meetings are often boring, overly procedural, and can last up to 8 or more hours, covering a whole host of topics, only some of which might be of interest to you. So it is no surprise that few want to nor have the time to attend these meetings. Yet many still do, because they affect our lives on a day-to-day basis, and they are the closest form of local government to our everyday existence. However, when you did attend the meeting, how did you hear about it? Chances are you didn't hear about that meeting from the local government website. You may have heard it from a trusted source, a friend, or seen something in the local paper, whether it be an op-ed or other editorial about it. You may have attended because of the significance of a single decision, and that was the one reason you actually attended. However, on a day-to-day basis, it is hard to often tell what is happening at the local government if you don't hear it from one of these trusted sources. We can look to community advocates, national boards, or government websites, but there's problems with each. For instance, in St. Louis, we all know the challenges that local journalism face. Those local journalists are oftentimes underfunded, overworked, and the City Hall beat reporter are now few and far between. Community advocates, oftentimes the institutional knowledge of what's happening lies in a select few individuals, and those, if they were to leave or something were to happen, that institutional knowledge is lost. National boards, they oftentimes lack the local context to be able to bring the true decisions down to what it means for your community. And last but not least, government websites are notoriously old, inefficient, clunky, and very rarely include the topical information that you might want. We know that research has shown that the loss of local news is having an insidious effect on democracy, contributing to polarization, decrease in voting, and government accountability. Local news is an essential lever to a healthy democracy. Climate Herald is a new way to promote transparency in government actions and support informed civic engagement. Climate Herald is a St. Louis-based nonprofit that tracks thousands of local government meetings to increase awareness of current policy and upcoming opportunities to engage in your community. We do this through tracking over 1,300 local governments, including cities, towns, and counties from across the US and Canada. We rely on existing transparency measures, namely the requirement to post agendas up to 24 hours or a week in advance to collect, aggregate, and analyze those agendas for key topics. We then provide this information, this up-to-date information, and communicate it to users via a quick snapshot of local policies, plans, and other key information, specifically highlighting actions that are scheduled to be discussed in upcoming meetings. We also highlight key opportunities for civic engagement, such as through directly connecting users to local community-based organizations, those that are active in the community, as well as highlighting stakeholder advisory groups or citizen advisory groups that they can join to better inform policies in their local community. Lastly, Climate Herald presents information from over 5,000 documents from City Council, County Commission, and other local community documents, and collects those information to then distribute to users. Moreover, that only represents the external or the public view of our database. We have over 15,000 documents stored behind the scenes to supplement our research and AI-informed analysis of what's happening in local government. We do this because everyone is interested in what decisions are being made at the local level, but few have time to devote to tracking it. So regardless of whether you're a college student, a retiree, or a mother of two, you likely want to know more about what is happening in your local government and searching for a better way to understand what's happening. Climate Herald is intended to provide a quick snapshot of local activities alongside key information on commitments, plans, and reports to provide a base level knowledge of what's happening in that community, as well as highlighting when local actions are anticipated to take place. Recognizing the importance of civic groups and institutions, we provide and highlight these stakeholder advisory groups, these community-based organizations that are active in that community to provide an avenue for you to better engage in your community and with other organizations. That is why residents, not only residents, but NGOs can benefit from Climate Herald. We are intended to provide a key audience of not only residents, community-based organizations, government, and media, all as being key focus areas for this work. It represents an opportunity oftentimes for these community-based organizations to scale their work. We can look at St. Louis County in specific and see that there's over 27 cities just in the county. For any local organization, tracking one or two of those is burdensome enough, but to track all 27 is oftentimes prohibitively expensive. Using Climate Herald and our software, that would provide an opportunity to scale their work and increase not only in the county, but also statewide, nationally, and even internationally. So why Climate Herald? Well, we represent the intersection of media, GovTech, and community engagement. That is really looking at where our involvement is and why we differentiate ourselves from some of the competitors. Most of the competitors are involved in GovTech exclusively. They serve to provide government an avenue for adhering to legal requirements. We are something that is focused on above and beyond. We're not intending to be a content management system, but rather another avenue to connect with your constituency. Furthermore, many local governments, as they undertake policies and decisions, are looking at what is happening elsewhere. Far too often, the case studies and the examples that they look at are the Chicagos, New Yorks, San Franciscos of the world that are not representative of their community, of their local or state regulations and requirements, or otherwise. And so it's much more important for the city of St. Louis to hear what Kansas City is doing or Columbia is doing than it is what Chicago is doing. So much of GovTech is focused on adhering to those basic public notification requirements that we really aim to serve local government in getting the word out, as well as helping residents better understand what's happening at their local government. Lastly, I'll say we are independent and transparent with this information, putting forth information regardless of whether it's something that is contributed by local government or not. We are serving as an institutional archive of decisions, regardless of whether they are current decisions or have been done 5-10 years previously. The reason being is that for anyone who has ever worked in local government, you know the constant thing is that you get money, you do a plan about a topic, 5 years later you get the money to actually implement the plan, but you actually have to redo the plan. And so having that institutional archive, all the different plans, and actually having that at your disposal serves to really help improve the institutional archive of opportunities for local governments. In terms of next step, we have already released version 1 that's been out for the last year, but version 2 is in development and we anticipate launching later on in the summer of 2025. The major improvements we see is going to be an increase in the number of communities, looking at upwards of 1,500 communities included. We're also looking to integrate artificial intelligence. This is something that right now we're doing behind the scenes, but we really want to provide the opportunity to have a user actually be able to use AI to better understand and assess what their community is doing and compare it to other communities. So in terms of going forward, really looking at the resourcing for version 2 and beyond, we're looking at needing financial resources, namely around staffing as well as technical assistance. A lot of the technical assistance is built upon trying to integrate AI into the user interface and allowing for that opportunity. We also want to really have a little bit more technical assistance on bringing this, what we call proof of concept that we've included right now, version 1, into full deployment, which is version 2 or version 3. We also are looking for support around outreach and communications, namely media and community contacts, outreach events. We are anticipated to present at Midwest Climate Summit, but are also looking at opportunities such as the Aspen Ideas Festival and others. Last but not least, I would love also for you all to follow Climate Herald on our media, whether it be social media, tune into the website, and others to show your support. Thank you again. I do want to just share the link, not only to contact myself directly, but also the website, and a little bit of information about me. But I'm happy to answer any questions you all might have.
Thank you.